When you get a new computer, it is basically all ready to go. The software is usually installed, you just have to plug it in, maybe do some updates, and it's ready to go. But our human mind is not like that. Our software gets developed as we experience life. And this is important because not everyone needs the same operating system. For example, if you were raised in a loving family where your needs were met, you were talked to with love and compassion, and you had plenty of food and friends and support, you don't need a belief system that tells you life is dangerous and to be on guard all the time. But if you grew up in a war zone or a family that felt like a war zone, you need to have beliefs that protect you, because if your family hurts you, if you behave in certain ways, it is really important to not behave in those ways to preserve your life in some cases. So the experiences that we have as we grow up shape our belief system, and our belief system drives our behaviors. If you grew up feeling like you were worthless, you weren't capable of achieving anything, then you would go through life with behaviors designed to really limit your life. You wouldn't have the confidence to really go for things and try new things because your belief system would dictate that that's not a good idea. So to become a cycle breaker, it's critical that we identify the beliefs that we are carrying from childhood, heal our wounds, and transform the way we look at ourselves and the world. Because everything that we experience in our adult lives is the result of what we believe. A lot of people come to see me because they are unsatisfied with their relationships. In many cases, it's someone who keeps dating the same person over and over again. Someone who doesn't see them, hear them, value them. And so I'm using this as an illustration to talk about how impactful our belief system is. So a lot of people who grew up in families where they were hurt by a father figure, uncle, brother, or someone outside their home that was a man, they're going to develop a belief that says, I don't trust men. And this is important in childhood because it will help them to avoid men. But in our adult life, we don't want to do that. We want to be able to feel safe around men and women and everyone. But until our belief changes, we are going to broadcast them out into the world unconsciously. We don't realize we're doing this. And then like a magnet, we draw to us the very thing that we are focused on. And so in this case, this person has the belief, I don't trust men. That belief is getting broadcast out into the world and attracting untrustworthy men. And so if you are finding yourself in relationships where you don't feel valued, where you really can't trust the person that you're with, or you're with partners who betray you in various ways, it's clear that you have a belief system that you can't trust men, or men are evil, or men are bad. And the only way you can have a positive relationship with a man, or if it's a woman, in your case, it can be either, just using that example for this video, you cannot have that relationship, a loving, safe, trustworthy, reciprocal relationship with someone, if you have a belief system that tells you you can't trust people, that you can't trust women, that you can't trust men, that people are evil. You will just attract those very things because that is how our subconscious mind works. We draw to us that which we focus on, even if what we focus on is something we don't even recognize. And this is why it's so important on a healing journey to develop consciousness, to become aware of our patterns, because we can't change them if we don't recognize what they are. And one of the best ways to recognize what your patterns are is just to pause and take a look at your life and ask yourself this question. Think about a relationship that you have with your child, boss, coworker, friend, partner. What must I believe in order to have this relationship? A lot of people, moms I work with, feel like their children don't listen to them. That's a very common theme. And I ask them, what was it like for you growing up? Did your parents listen to you? And 100% of the time, it's no, I wasn't listened to. And so then that creates the belief, no one listens to me. And then that belief gets broadcast out into the world, and we attract people who don't listen to us. This is a really key piece of learning for a cycle breaker journey. Our beliefs must get transformed, and the wounds that cause them must get healed so that we can begin to attract what we want in life. Because when you create a belief such as everyone loves me, then you will see your life totally change by how someone at the grocery store is friendly to you, someone driving a car lets you in ahead of them, friends are nicer, strangers are nicer. I promise you that when you change your perception, your belief system about yourself and other people, you will see it show up in your everyday life. I would love to hear from you in the comments. What limiting beliefs do you think you're carrying that are causing you unnecessary suffering in your life? I'd love to know.